So before we get into today's topic, I need you to understand something very clearly. This isn't clickbait, and it ain't the normal social media spin other creators are pushing. Today, we are talking about how the sitting president of the United States, on the record, told the world that the only thing stopping him from using unlimited military power is his own morality. Not the Constitution, not Congress, not international law, him and him alone. And if that sentence didn't make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, then I don't know what will. Because this video isn't just about Trump. It's about what happens when those in power blatantly say they are no longer following the rules and that you should just trust the vibes. It's about how that mindset is no longer overseas in some faraway country. It's right here at home in the United States. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the words said in a New York Times interview connects to the bloodshed on American streets and why pretending this is just normal politics is how people get hurt. This is Pragmotive News, and I'm Trey. So this bombshell report dropped yesterday from the New York Times. It reads, President Trump declared on Wednesday evening that his power as commander-in-chief is constrained only by his, quote, own morality, brushing aside international law and other checks on his ability to use military might to strike, invade, or coerce nations around the world. Asked in a wide-ranging interview with the New York Times if there were any limits on his global powers, Trump said, yeah, there is one thing, my own morality, my own mind. It's the only thing that can stop me, end quote. He also said, quote, I don't need international law, he added. I'm not looking to hurt people. So he says he's not looking to hurt people. Well, you could have fooled the fuck out of me. Saying he doesn't want to hurt people while simultaneously having directed ICE to invade multiple cities that resulted in the murder of an innocent American citizen is nasty fucking work. Who the fuck does he think he's fooling? Because it damn sure ain't me. Y'all, I can smell the bullshit as strong as the people around him smell piss. When they asked him if he had to abide by international law, the bitch responded and said, it depends on what your definition of international law is. Really? The article goes on to say that in his conversation with the Times, Trump sounded more emboldened than ever. He cited the success of his strike on Iran's nuclear program. He keeps a model of the B-2 bombers used in the mission on his desk. Now, I got to pause for a minute. Literally, that is what you're worshiping. B-2 bombers. That's what you keep on your desk. You're so enamored with the fact that you blew up Iran that you must memorialize it by looking at it every day, assuming he goes in the Oval every day. But getting back to the article, the speed with which he decapitated the Venezuelan government last weekend and his designs on Greenland, which is controlled by Denmark, a NATO ally. Even as he characterized the norms of the post-World War II order as unnecessary burdens on a superpower, Trump was dismissive of the idea that the leader of China, Xi Jinping, or President Vladimir Putin of Russia could use similar logic to the detriment of the United States. On topic after topic, he made clear that in his mind, U.S. power is the determining factor, and that previous presidents have been too cautious to make use of it for political supremacy or national profit. The president's insistence that Greenland must become a part of the United States was a prime example of his worldview. It was not enough to exercise the U.S. right under a 1951 treaty to reopen long-closed military bases on the huge landmass, which is strategically important, which is a strategically important crossroads for U.S., European, and Chinese, as well as Russian naval operations. So This is what everyone should be scared of. This is an unhinged person in charge of nuclear bombs. This is a man who has not only defied the law in private, but is now so emboldened. He's now so emboldened that he says he could care less about any laws, while on the record of one of the most prestigious newspapers in the entire country. He is willing to put all of our lives in jeopardy just so he can feel like the big man that he never was. It's pathetic. He's pathetic. And it's so fucked up how this country put him back in the White House after a 4-year trial run that ended with the economy in shambles and over 1 million Americans in the grave. This is why I'm not surprised at all that Trump, Vance, and Noam are now blatantly gaslighting all of us and trying to weave a narrative that the innocent woman murdered was being aggressive. The videos, yes, plural, as in multiple fucking videos, show the complete opposite of what they're claiming. The only people being aggressive is ICE. And I will forever see that agent who killed Renee Nicole Good as a murderer. Look at her face. This, a 37-year-old woman who was described by her friends and family as extremely compassionate and a person who has taken care of people all her life. She was also described as a loving, forgiving, affectionate, and amazing human. This is who ICE killed. She was murdered by her own government in the United States of America. This is the person Trump, Vance, and Noam want us to believe is a domestic terrorist. Trump and his administration are actively trying to cover up her murder by restricting investigations into the incident and by pushing a full-scale propaganda campaign about her being a terrorist. So, no matter how you try to spin this is Trump's fault. And now 2 more people were shot yesterday afternoon by federal agents in Portland. This is Trump's morality at work here. This is how his words, actions, and orders manifest themselves across this country and the world. The entire MAGA movement is a hate machine, amplified by bots who comment and post hate across the internet, including right here in my fucking comments. You wouldn't believe the amount of hateful motherfuckers who said she deserved it, or that that's what she gets for interfering with ICE. All while those same people were losing their damn minds a few months ago because America didn't cry hard enough over the death of a racist. The movement is fueled by evil. I feel it in my soul. Not many people are willing to say that, but I am. They are a bunch of evil people. And as a follower of Christ, I will always do my part to combat evil. So like, comment, and subscribe, and remember to hit that bell so you'll be the first to know when we post. Remember that Pragmotive News is everywhere you get your podcasts. That includes places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. But here's the real challenge, guys. Here is the hard truth. We really need you to share this video so the algorithm will put it in front of the people who needs to hear it most. So if you want to help spread the word, please share this with somebody. We really appreciate y'all's support here at Pragmotive, and we will catch y'all next week. Peace.